So hello once again, it's NJ Nandini, and today I have chosen one of the most important topic, though the topics I choose are very important and I want you people to pay attention on that. Today's topic is really important because it's something related to our kids, their attention span. So let's begin with how to improve the attention span of kids, because today the teachers, the parents, they are feeling that somewhere their kids are lacking attention which they want to bring in their kids. So fine. So before that, see, every problem has a solution. It's just that we need to observe what's the problem, whether it is a problem or not. And if you think that it's a problem, then think for the solution in a creative way. Then only you will get the solution. So let me take you to something. Actually, you know the solution for this. Why the attention span is so less, you know the solution, but you are not paying attention to that solution. Suppose I take you to a party and nobody knows you. Everybody is paying attention to me, nobody is paying attention at you. Maybe some are paying attention, but rest are not. Then how would you feel? You will feel left out. Where I am in, this is not my crowd. And if I take you to a place where everybody knows you, they are friends with you, how you will feel? You will love that. Fine. So you should not be feeling like an alien when you are in a particular space. You should not feel like alien. Otherwise, you won't stay there in that place for long. Same goes with children. If you see, many of the teachers, they pay attention to 2-3 kids, those who are favorite to them. All the tasks done by these 2-3. Again the next teacher comes. These 2-3 are very active children. So the next teacher will also come and pay attention to only these 3-4 children. Debate competition is there. Someone from these 3-4 children will be there. Poem competition is there. Someone from these. If they don't know singing or not, that's not the question. They are the good ones. We have actually differentiated our kids. We have never treated them. Every child has a unique quality, and we need to find out what quality that child has. We think that if this person is not doing well in maths, means in Hindi also he is stupid, he is in science also he will not do well, in any subject he will not do well. Maybe he is good at Hindi, who knows? Who will pay the attention? Of course, the teacher. Maybe he is very good at craft, doing something DIYs. But we don't pay attention only. Only these 2, 3, that cream of the class. Who will decide who are the cream? And the rest, what about the rest? So they sit in the class at the back, not in the radar of the teacher, so that the teacher will not pay attention to them and do whatever they want. They try to mimic teacher. They must be completing some of their other subjects work in your period. So this all happens. It means that they must not feel like they are sitting in a class which doesn't belong to them. Now a teacher will ask how I will pay attention to that 40 student, 50 student, 60. That also I will tell how. Then second is, if in my childhood, what happened, I was though I don't pay attention to studies in the school, but at home I like to watch all these things on TV like Chitrahar. There were very less programs in those days broadcasted. So Chitrahar was there and some cartoon, Spider-Man was there, some Dadaji ki stories, Vikram Betal, like that, few things were there. And there was one day where movie was aired, like on Sundays one movie was there, you can watch that. I always used to be very excited to watch that one single movie on Sunday. But if they broadcast this, what we say that, art movie instead of any Bollywood movie, then the case is different. I don't feel like watching. I don't feel like watching Om Puri, Nasruddin Shah, all these figures. These are the great actors. But for me, for a child, they couldn't keep me captivated. Stick to the TV, because the movie was slow with very sad songs, usually with a terrible ending, bad ending always. So I feel like I'm not going to watch this. And I used to I hated that. So we have become that art movie in front of students. You imagine nowadays the children, they are watching K-pop, their taste is totally changed. They are into rap, not even listening the soothing songs. Rap, this type of things they are listening, and we are singing the how we will grab their attention. No, it means we have to keep up with them. I'm not telling you to create a rap of chemistry topic. No. You have to exhibit that much of energy to the children that they feel energetic. I remember when I used to go to the class, suppose it's 4th period, then I have seen many children dozing. Literally snoring in the class. I thought it was my fault. No, it was the fault of the rest of the teachers who took class before me. I made sure that each child is present, not physically, mentally present in my class. So, I would make any child stand and ask anything, not related to subject. It's not necessary you have to be always into your subject only. Do make them feel comfortable in your class by asking about their life, about their goals, or about their dreams. You can always do that. But how many teachers are doing? If they will do this, they will not be able to cope up with the syllabus, the academic calendar. So, you need to be on toes. If you want to give something to the kids, apart from subject, you want to instill certain values in them, then you have to work a bit hard. So, what I started doing in the first, when suppose it's a 40-minute class, so I used to come, take the whole class to the lawn area, and I tell them to make a line, form a line, boys and then girls, and then take the whole round of that lawn. That was a big lawn. And the elder children were like, "Ma'am, what you are doing? We don't want to run, this, that." See, they are in 8th class. They don't want to run. This is the scenario. So, I used to make them run, then bring back to the class, chill. Now see, my time is wasted, almost 20 minutes almost wasted. So, then I started doing this practice in almost every class. Now you think of me taking each class outside, making them run. I'm also standing there, coming back, taking my class, finishing it, then moving to the other class, doing the same task. First few days it troubled me because it was taking too much of time to make the children get up from their seat. Now, then I assign 2 children that before I come, you make sure that they are in the line. Sometimes it happened they come to the lawn directly, and one child will come to me, "Ma'am, we are in the lawn, you directly come to there." So, this enthu came into them. So, first thing is you need to pay attention, and second and the most important thing is bring curiosity for your subject. It's not just writing this formula and this formula is there, just put your values and get the answer. No. How that formula was derived, it has to be explained to the child. Then there are certain practices in our education system which should be totally banned or abolished or whatever you say. It should be taken out of the course. all the useless material in our education system, and those who are sitting and designing all this course, they should keep everything in mind that there are many things which are not required for now. They has to be taken out of the syllabus. Why the child will remember so many things? If I'll ask you to remember all these things, mug it all and then come, you will fall asleep within 5 minutes. Your brain will not take that stress of remembering things. So, it's required that we need to filter out those unwanted material from the syllabus, so that the child's burden of learning anything is reduced. Why maths is so difficult? Because teachers are unable to explain the subject, teachers are unable to bring that curiosity. Instead, they are shouting at children. What will it make to the children? Children will definitely not love that subject. They will be sitting when this person will move out of the class so that we can do some masti. So many active children are there, and you are making them sit for hours, preparing them for the office work, 9 to 5 office work, that after growing you are going to, anyhow you are going to do this only. So, now we are giving you practice to sit only. How a child will sit for hours? At home also he has some freedom, that at least he can move from dining hall to his room and do whatever he wants. But that freedom is not there in the school, because we are almost into discipline, but the discipline is also not there in the kids. If we are teaching discipline, then discipline is also not there. So, somewhere we are lacking everything. Everything. We don't know how to make child sit and in our subject. We don't know how to develop curiosity among them, because we are more busy writing the log books, the epic book, and we are busy writing, making the academic calendars like politicians, those who make so many things that we will fulfill this, and later on doing nothing. We have become that. And if we really want to work on kids, then we have to do a lot of work. First, we need to work on ourselves. What we are doing, we are like an art actor, art movie actor, going to class like and delivering the dialogues. Nobody is taking us seriously. I remember so many changes they bring every year in the education system, that once it was like you have to take FAs and essays. Instead of unit test, you have formative assessment and summative assessment. Now a teacher taking 10 classes and different classes, say different class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 formative assessment, 1 summative assessment, something like this, that was there. So, we need to do that. From where she will bring that question paper? She was supposed to make the activities this. So, once I was very much sick of all these things. Assessing. Arey, let me teach something, then you assess, na? Then you assess the child. I haven't taught anything. 2 periods computer people get. In that 2 period also, what assessment? Someday if holiday comes, then the period is gone. Someday some teacher will come, my math syllabus is left, madam, that is more important, your computer is not important, please give me that your period so that I can take the subject. So this type of people are there, you have to face them. So what I did, literally every child was asking, ma'am, what question, what project we will be doing for, and project was also there, practical was also there, formative assessment was there, summative assessment was, I was like, so one child was having that register with a owl face on it, some owl was drawn in it, and I was so screwed up that I said, okay, do one thing, everybody will make an owl in whichever way they like and submit to me tomorrow itself. After that, I am not going to take your projects. They said, seriously ma'am, is this our homework? And that formative assessment? I said, yes. I want to see how creative you people are. And literally, I got, I don't know how many children were there, 2-3 didn't turn up, but everybody made an owl and gave it to me. So this is how the kids are. They are, if you will create some interest towards your subject, then definitely they will do it. They will do it. Don't scold them. Don't, the moment you enter the class and keep screaming, bring this, bring that, why your work is not done, this, that, don't be on their head. They will never enjoy your class, rather they will be thinking when you will leave their class. A little bit of noise should be permitted in every class. Authorities say your class is so noisy. Hurry, what should I do? Should I tell them don't make noise, don't do anything? Just sit like old people as if no activity is there in your life. Don't do anything. Discipline is more important here. So if they are creating noise, it is also a problem of the school. School should take care of. From childhood, if the child is making noise, then they should be taught in the beginning itself. Then you are asking teachers not to slap them. No punishments. In our days, we used to get punishments. And that's why we couldn't dare to ask anything to the teacher. I'm not saying you should give punishment. Fine, that punishment, you don't give that. But give something, some power to us. Every time the blame will be on teacher. A student is doing something, teacher is blamed. Because teacher has to be in a way. She is expected to not to teach, rather to create discipline in the class. because if she will teach, if she will get all the children involved, obviously noise will be there. You make them do any project, group project, all will bring their tables and that noise will be there. Again going taking back their tables, chairs, noise will not be there. If you push a sofa or table in your house, noise is there, na? Same goes in the classroom. Here you are alone at home, still the noise is there, then how much noise will be created in the class itself? You should think about that. I mean, you should use your brain how you are blaming a teacher. And you know, in every class there will be one or two this type of children who will do all the mischiefs. Get hold of those children, make them sit in the reception only. You will not attend the class today. See, everything will be sorted out, but they will not do. They will come and blame the teacher, scream the teacher or call the teacher that, see, your class is so noisy. When we were going from there, we were unable to stand for a second. So imagine how the teacher is taking that class, taking that noise, just because she wants that each child should participate. Many teachers, they want silence, they waste their time also and the kids' time also. They will call the kids, say suppose it's a music or art period, to different room they have to go. Then 10 minutes they will remove their shoes, socks, arrange them properly or roll number wise so that it may not get mixed up. 10 minutes gone there. Then they silently move into the room, sit there. Now this person is very intelligent. He will write a song on the board. Once it is written, it will not be rubbed for a year, because every class will come and write that song and he has to practice. And then these children again take 10-20 minutes to put on the shoes and then move to the class. How nice work, see? And nobody will scold him as well. Rather appreciate, see how disciplined he is maintaining. And nobody knows to sing only in the school, because the teacher had not taken any extra effort to practice, make them practice. If he really would have taken, then it would be reflected by the children. If you see, some children are very good at some subject, maybe even a class is good at that subject because of the teacher. Teacher took extra effort to teach. That extra effort goes invisible to the authorities. They only see, oh, such a noise is coming from this teacher's class, what is she doing? Go and see what she is doing. And do it the same way once, you will get to know what she is doing. Take them to lawn every time and make them run. Once in my lab, the equipments were not working. I took the children outside make them do Surya Namaskar in the ground itself. Now the director, executive director was on round and he saw me, what ma'am, what you are doing here, you are supposed to take this class. And I said, the equipments are not working, sir. What should I do? Should I make them sit only? That's not my style. Because I respect their time, my kids' time. I didn't tell to him that that's not my style, but I said, what should I do? I simply asked him. Then he paid heed to those instruments that these are not working. So simply they are sitting on that Rajgaddi will not make the school run. So please, thorns are there. You need to find out. Teaching is a job which needs lot of responsibility, energy and learning. And observation. When I was a student, why did I not paid attention to the teachers? Because either they were focusing on 2-3 kids sitting in front, the rest of the class felt like left out. So better to sit and do whatever we want, chit chat, all this is going on in the backside. Teachers are rarely bothered about. Then I found that few teachers were very much, they have worked upon themselves. Like once a teacher came to teach us drawing, but unfortunately these teachers are the ad hoc ones, not the permanent. Permanent teachers are the horrible ones. You cannot tolerate only, you cannot. Because they know that whatever they do, their job is going to be there. So they are not putting a single effort to improve themselves. But this ad hoc teacher, he came and this person asked us to draw your own school building. At that time I realized that I started drawing, but I was unable to draw many things, many detailings. So I felt that how much details we miss out, because I have never observed my school building properly. I have just entered, gone to assembly hall or classroom, but I haven't seen it properly. That day I realized observation was so important. So that was his way of teaching drawing. Otherwise, he, in a different way, he taught us. We made us to think something which was not there in front of us. This was his way. And otherwise, the drawing teacher will come, draw a flower and will ask you to copy it. No imagination, nothing. So the difference you have to bring in your teaching, then only the student will pay attention. Usually the music, art and these teachers always draw attention because there is something new always in their subject to learn. Why? Because we are doing it practically. Suppose we are going to the SUPW teacher was there. So she used to teach us this crochet. I learnt it, crochet. We made a cloth or tablecloth. Though it got folded, that was a different thing, but at least we learned something. She taught us how to hold needles, and when somebody is asking you needle or scissor, how to give them the scissor or needle. That was something new which she taught to us. That's still there in my mind. Rest all what science math teacher taught, I don't know, I don't remember. Later on, while teaching, I did it, I studied it. That's a different thing. But while in school, in that moment, in that class, I was unable to focus. What was the reason? Teacher. So I made sure that if suppose I'll be into the teaching line, definitely I will be teaching in the simplest way and would try my best to take the attention of all my children. I used to tell them, if you don't feel like sitting in the class, outpass is kept here. Don't ask me for water or washroom. Take the outpass, go out, come back, keep it, let the other person go, walk, come back. Don't disturb me while taking class. And I have to keep on creating these little practices in every class so that they may not disturb me while teaching and I could give them the best I can. And this every teacher can do, every teacher, single teacher. Just that you should love your subject and children as well. If you think that yes, I can do for the kids, I can bring a change in their life, you can. No matter what school thinks about you, you can be a great teacher, always. You can always bring their attention back to normal, and you can always develop curiosity. If you feel that your subject is draining them, ask something that is not related to subject, something where they need to ponder, do some brainstorming whenever required, so that you can take their attention. We were taught some attention grabbers. I felt like, how insane. Some rhymic phrases were there, and teacher will say first and then the kids will follow it back. And I was like, for few days I did it, but I didn't like it. I have my own attention grabbers. I know how to grab attention. What the children will like, I know it. So that homework you also have to do. Every teacher has to do. If they really want to do something. If they don't want to, then I am not forcing them to do. It's totally up to them. And a teacher has to be nicely dressed up. This is again an attention grab. Children are very careful about everything you do. They take a note on everything. They will not take a note on subject, but they will take a note on the teacher. So you have to be well dressed. Every piece of information you are sharing in the class should be well informed, everything. Keep on adding some new skill in your forte. Don't be an old school. If you have to teach Gen Z or Gen Alpha, how you will take them to a different level and keeping our values also. Then you need to work on that. You cannot just sit and take the class. I hope you got the point. Two important points. One, you need to develop curiosity for your subject. And second, you need to pay attention to each and every child in your class. Every child is precious and everyone needs your attention. If this child is good at studies, you give responsibility to the other child. Take this thing to other class or help that child in doing his work. In this way you can engage all the children, also get your work done also. Once I was given task, this board work is there. In every corner of the school you will find a notice board is there. That is also a sort of headache. Teachers are responsible to maintain that notice board. Why teachers? Why everything teacher will do? Children are coming for eating only their tiffin and going. For this they are coming. Give all the corners to the children. This class will take care of this board. This class will take care of this board. Let they do. So I was given that responsibility. I said, when we are writing any thought, nobody is paying attention. The children are least bothered what is written there. They just go like this from in front of the board, go to their class. Then these teachers, they were adamant. They said, no, you have to do it, you have to do it. I said, already I am so much of work and you are giving me this also. Fine. But I have a different approach for doing the same job. What others do, I don't do. If I feel that this is a problem, this is a problem. Why the teacher should maintain everything? Rather, you should give chance to the children to learn, to maintain all this thing. Even the class board should be maintained by the children. Why this teacher will come and do all that board work, who is absent, who is present, who is this. Give each child one responsibility. At least they should feel owning the school, that yes, they are owning the class. So I called my daughter. I said, you prepare some puzzle or riddles, because thoughts and quotes nobody is going to read, and give it to me, show it to me, and then you write there. Fine. Daily she started picking up some questions from the newspaper. When I was telling to her to do this, few more kids said, we are also interested. I said, fine. So one day she'll do, one day you do, one day you do. Write in your handwriting, no problem. And the moment when we started writing riddles and puzzles on the board, half of the population was standing there and reading, hey, this is the answer of this riddle, this is the solution of this puzzle, or this. Otherwise, if we simply write code, they just move away. Same goes with the language part. If you simply tell them to read the chapter, do the question answers, read the meanings that will come in the test, how we are going to bring a change in those education pattern? Later on, I learned that some specific sentences we should be taught from the childhood, so that we can get some interest in our studies. Some main sentences, if I want to explain a particular thing, then what all sentences are required to form that statement, that is important. We are never taught that. Our pattern of learning English is totally different. We are reading English authors when we actually don't know the Indian authors. They write so great, but we are learning all this English people, their poems. We don't know what they are writing. We are supposed to write the summary, write the, how I will know what that poet is thinking, and how you are expecting me to write what he is thinking? Spelling, meanings, any meaning we are learning, and the moment the test is over, we forget it. This is again a big problem. So, why we are learning those things which are making us to forget those things? Why can't some new approach is brought into learning language? How the actors, cricketers are learning it in 2-3 months, whereas we are spending 15 years in school and not learning a single thing. So, why can't that 2-3 month course can be applied in the school, so that from childhood I can write something great like Shakespeare? No, I cannot. Forget about, one day I was just thinking of an incident happened to me, I have to write it. So many words, I felt like I don't know what to say this, what to say this. So, somewhere there is a problem with our language subject, the way we are teaching. It has to be changed. Everything has to be changed. Somewhere there is a problem in teaching maths, it has to be changed. If you really think maths is the difficult subject, it's not like that. Maths is the simplest subject of all. It is based on logics. And if you are good at maths, you will find that in every aspect, you will try to find the logic. If I am doing this, why I have to do it this way, why not that way? That type of analytical mind will get developed. But we are not learning maths because it is difficult for us, because teachers are unable to teach the basic properly. They are unable to create that curiosity. So, everybody, every teacher has to understand that curiosity is important and paying attention to each student. If you cannot, those who are very much mischievous, then give them responsibility. Send them to lower classes so that they can discipline those children. Once they will get to know the value of discipline, how these small kids are shouting, and when they will start screaming to shut up and keep quiet, then they will understand your pain to make them understand discipline. Until and unless they are not going through the pain the teachers are taking for them, they will not respect you, they will not know that how much effort you are putting. So they need to be taught in some other way. And discipline should be an area that should be looked after by the school. Teachers should not be responsible. If the child is creating chaos, take the child outside the class. Let the other children learn. Why? Because of one child the whole class will suffer and the teacher will also suffer. If teacher is not good, take her out of the job. That's the best thing. You will also pose the rule that you cannot give punishments to the kids, and then you will say then why the class is noisy. Both the things cannot be handled by a teacher. Either you say this, okay, if you are not giving punishment, we are ready to take the noise of the class. It's okay to have a noisy class. But if you are saying you want the discipline also, you don't give punishment also, then you take some action. Why? A teacher is not a god. So that's all from today, from my side, sorry. That's all from my side for today. Have a nice day.